Nope. What happened?
I hit the wrong
What
button.
did you do?
Wrong button.
What did you do?
Oh no!
Hello. You ruined it.
Oh no! Well, hi. It's still playing the music here. I guess we'll just let it go. Hey everybody.
Hi. Yes. Hello.
Yeah, I'm gonna just turn that down for a minute while yeah, there we go. Hey everybody, welcome back to HitPoint, the most professional stream on all of YouTube.
It's true.
We'll be previewing trailers, talking about rumors. We'll be talking about anything and everything that catches our interest and or ire. We stream live. Ow, I had to bit my tongue. We stream live every single
Things are not going
Saturday
well for you today.
Monday at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Oh man, let me tell you, we
go on.
Yeah, we'll be doing stuff. Hey, hope you're having a good one.
Hi. Yes.
Okay, I think this intro has been thoroughly and irrecoverably botched. Happy Monday, everybody. I hope you're all having a good Monday.
Hello.
It's Monday.
Is Monday.
This is our first Monday stream.
Oh my God, you're right. We were gonna do that last week, and then we didn't, and then yeah.
Real life got in the way. So remember way back when we kept like having to reschedule stuff, and people were like, "Why don't you just do it on like a weekday?" I'm like, "This is why, because real life gets in the way. Like real job stuff gets in the way. Baku has a real job, and it's not just Waifu Studies, and so do I. And man, like last week, Baku was like, yeah, some fires came up that he had to put out, and we're like, okay, you know what? We're hyped for Infinite Wealth. We got to do a stream on Wednesday to make up for it. And then we're like, all right, we're gonna do it. Wednesday comes around, and I'm like, Baku, I cannot do this, man. I'm so burned out.
And now it's like me too. It's fine. I'm also very burnt out.
Yeah. So
yeah.
This is what an intro to HitPoint looks like when I don't have 2 full days of rest beforehand. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So John says, wait, isn't Baku a professor in ideology?
No, I have not completed my PhD in Waifu Studies.
Not yet.
So I am not qualified to be a professor. Not yet.
Oh man.
One day, yeah.
One day.
Love to be a scholar of the waifus. You see.
Let me tell you, I sometimes I feel like a scholar of the waifus with the job that I have here, as my not day job. But I can't really talk too much about what I've been doing lately. So, Baku, what have you been up to for the last, couple weeks, I guess?
Aside from work and school.
Yeah. Not a whole heck of a lot.
I'm trying to think fun things. My friend had a birthday party on Saturday. That was nice. I made her some prime rib. That was nice.
Ooh,
that's about it.
That's
That was
great.
the only thing. But work is dialing down. I'm starting to feel a lot better.
Oh, good.
So after stream tonight, actually, I am going to finally start streaming on Twitch again.
Hey.
Yeah. Been doing this whole like rebranding thing for a while, and I think it's just not going to be as complete as I'd like it to be. But life goes on. You got to roll with the punches. And so I've decided, I think we've done enough. I think we've done enough to unveil what we have put together. I really like what it looks like, and I can't wait to show you all. So come by to hang out.
It's still kind of under the radar until you go live, right?
Yeah, basically.
No sneak peeks. Okay.
Yeah, no one has really seen anything. Other than I changed my, what is it called? The you know how like Twitch there are these like panels.
Oh,
I changed the panel.
oh,
That was it. I made some new panels myself and I changed them out. Because I was done with the old ones. So yeah, that's about
awesome.
it.
Well, that's a
Yeah.
lot of fun. I've been dabbling with a little bit of possibility of rebranding and
Mhm.
making some steps forward in that regard, and that's really exciting. So yeah, we'll see what happens on my front, but I don't have anything to even sneak peek yet. So um but yeah, I guess that
We shall chat again.
yes, we shall.
Yes.
We shall. All right, guys, gals, I do have that update for you. Okay, so remember way back, Baku, when I was like talking about the demographic breakdown of my viewership here on this channel?
Oh,
I think it was like
yes.
about a year ago today. It might have been that
Mhm.
long ago, and I was like, it's mostly dudes, uh, and I
Okay.
was like, that just doesn't quite seem to jive. So YouTube is under the impression, it's been telling me
Mhm.
that my viewership is over 98% dudes.
Okay.
Okay. And that's fine.
Wow.
I mean, dudes are cool and
Okay.
all, but I mean, I don't make content exclusively for dudes, right? Like
Mhm.
I feel like if I was, I would still have at least like a little bit of overlap with like, ladies who also like, things like
RPGs.
yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
RPGs as far as gaming go, like isn't exactly, I mean, I might be biased in this regard, but I don't think it's like exclusively the domain of dudes. So I was talking to some other YouTube buddies of mine
Mhm.
who were sharing some of their demographic breakdowns, and I was just like,
Okay.
"What's up with that? They got like 10% chicks hanging out with them too." And like,
Okay.
what am I doing wrong? Is it
Okay.
me that's wrong, or is it YouTube who is wrong? So I took to the community tab and posted a survey to try to gather some demographic, just to find out exactly how much of a
Okay.
sausage fest is this. I mean, to what degree? I mean, there's no question of how like sure it is absolutely a bunch of dudes, but to what degree?
Mhm.
And
Okay.
it turns out
Turns out.
after about 500 votes,
Mhm.
500 people actually participated before I revealed the reason that I was asking. And then I waited another 500 before I eventually took down the poll. So I had about 1,000 total responses from people, and 10% actually are non-dudes.
Huh.
So yeah, pretty rad.
Interesting.
So I don't know why YouTube, I think here's what it is. I'm pretty sure
Mhm.
this is why. My channel has been around for about 10 years. And
Mhm.
back in the day, when they first started collecting demographics, existing accounts
Mhm.
were basically just deemed to be dudes by default. Yeah. I
Okay.
mean, that's kind of a thing. And I think that
Mhm.
that might be what has skewed my numbers so severely, is just that I
Mm.
have a lot of YouTuber followers from the before times. And I think that must
Mm.
have been part of it. And a lot of people were asking like, why do you care? I was like, well, I mean, for one, I just want to make sure I'm not like lady repellent, like just to bring it, a
Very
little more
important. Okay.
personal.
Yeah.
I don't mean to like repel the opposite sex, if I may say so. Like, that is not one of my intentions. Believe it or not, as a YouTuber making RPG related videos,
Mhm.
I'm not trying to do it. It just
Yeah.
happens naturally. But
Remind everyone that Derek's a married man. Just
this is
saying.
true.
You know.
This is
Yeah.
true. But
Yeah.
also, sometimes advertisers want to know, and I'm just like, why are my numbers so skewed? And that's weird. It seems incorrect. But I'm glad to see
Mhm.
though that there is some truth in the fact that there's some wiggle room in those demographics. So, anyways, yeah, dudes, just so you know, there's dudettes as well. Dudettes welcome. Everybody is welcome. So yeah, that's just like my little side quest that I went on in this last week.
That's hilarious, man. I didn't. Wow.
Yep. All right. So moving along, we got some comments from last week that I really wanted to get to here. Um,
Mhm.
So let's kick off with this one that we got here from S. Hyde, who says, now I am reminded Baku completed his waifu studies. Maybe he can move on to the husbando ones so he can finally comprehend why 9S is best boy.
I'm shaking my head twice because I have not completed my waifu studies. That's part of the reason why I'm so like stressed out. And also, there will be no husbando studies. It's not a thing, guys. Okay, that's not. You can't just invent. You can't just invent a fictional field of studies. Come on. However,
who would just make that up?
Yeah, if you are interested in husbando study, I think you should be the change that you want to see in the world, and you should totally invent that.
And of course, as we all know, if there was such a thing as husbando studies, it would be Randy Orlando, who is in fact best boy. And Baku does not know who Randy Orlando is yet.
No idea.
Because he hasn't made that far into the Trails series. Hashtag shame Baku on Twitter for not playing more Trails.
Oh, you mean the guy who's in the what is it, the zero? Like,
yeah. So you've dropped in on a couple of my streams and you've seen a guy probably strutting around in a towel. That's Randy Orlando, and his name is not a misnomer.
Oh no.
No, he's great. He's great. You would get along with him quite well, I'm sure.
All right. Next up, we've got one from the Couch Potato, and I think we're switching off.
I think I did switch off. That's my bad.
That's okay. Might be the best HitPoint episode so far, since you've also discussed some tech stuff such as PC, console, and also Steam Deck. I'd recommend adding a small section show dedicated to discussions about tech news, even rumors about specs and future console PC components, peripherals. Be interesting to hear your thoughts on new hardware. Thank you so much for that comment, the Couch Potato.
Yeah, that made me feel super good. The next day after reading that, I was like, oh, we did good. That was a really, if I may say so, that was a really fun episode. The introduction that I did, probably not as awesome as the one from today.
Today was just the best. Today, you couldn't replicate it even if you tried.
Fact.
Yeah. PC and tech news is hard to cover just because we're it's one of those things where it's hard to talk about unless you are really into the game or you get like actual sponsors who are sending you things and you're running these tests. A lot of our stuff is just like secondhand knowledge that we'll end up getting from like, I don't know, LTT and
yeah. I mean,
whatever.
I am more than happy to regurgitate the Linus Tech Tip videos that I've consumed that week, but I don't think that would be doing anybody real any favors.
We're definitely not. That's definitely not our like forte. Like we know some things. Like we're in IT. We know some things about computers, but we that's not like a big thing. But when applicable, we'll definitely bring it up. But yeah.
I'm definitely very excited to find out exactly what the specs of the Super Nintendo Switch will be when it is eventually announced and its official name is revealed to be the Super Nintendo Switch. I'm going to be very excited for that.
I can't wait until they actually call it Super Nintendo Switch.
My God, if they do, I will be completely unsurprised because of course it is.
Of course it is.
Of course it is.
Of course it is.
Why would they name it anything else? That name is immaculate. Now, I will also here. I guess should we just keep the switched up ones? I think that probably.
Oh, for now,
me as well. All right, so RGG. Oh, this one came from Flora, who says RGG tried to do the same thing. So this is in regards to that whole locking New Game Plus behind DLC. Which, funny thing, did you notice how we covered that 1 week and then like a week later it suddenly blew up online? Like a week after we covered it on HitPoint, then people caught on and were like, "Oh, here's my pitchfork." Anyways, so that's a terrible impersonation of somebody with a pitchfork.
But angry, yeah. Well, they're gonna come for you now. You don't sound like that. And now they're gonna come for me.
Oh no, it's a vicious cycle. RGG tried to do the same thing with locking New Game Plus behind a paywall way back with the release of Yakuza Like a Dragon, they say. They also wanted to lock class levels over 30 behind paid DLC. Because of overwhelming backlash, they backtrack on their decision for the Western release, but Japanese players still got the version with the content behind a paywall. Says, this has been their plan for a while, and I have to assume it's just about maximizing profits. They want more money. It's not very complex, says Flora. Well, thank you, Flora. That's some additional context that I didn't have, and appreciate that. Yeah, so sounds like infinite wealth was intended to be an infinite money hack. What do you think about that, Mr. Baku?
I think they are trading community goodwill for short-term cash, and that's never a good thing.
No.
As a consultant, this is not advisable. Sega, if you're listening, I charge people for this stuff, so I'm telling you, this is a terrible idea. You're doing yourself what you're making what on this? Like probably not a whole lot in the grand scheme of things.
Okay? Yeah, like in the grand scheme, they have to be costing themselves between like the bad PR that's probably gonna, and I have seen people saying that they're just either not gonna buy the game or they're gonna wait for it to hit a price drop to like make up for the fact of the DLC being, $15 or whatever.
Right.
And
so you know how like there are two, you know how people say like, even bad press is good press, right? And like any news is good, right? I don't agree on that for one thing. It depends on where that anger is, because this is always some kind of anger, right?
Yeah.
It depends on where that anger is coming from. Like recently, there's a game that we didn't cover that I don't to this day I wonder if we should have covered it. Was Pal's World. I played it.
Yeah.
It's okay. Yeah. So Pal's World blew up.
Mhm.
Okay. No one expected it to blow up. It did. But there was a lot of anger from the community, right? But these anger are coming mostly from like Pokemon fans who wouldn't buy this game anyway.
Yeah.
And they created this huge buzz for all these people who are like, well, now I've got to see what this game's about. It's like, yeah, I mean, people are raving about it. It's pretty good. I mean, there's a bunch of like Pokemon nerds who's mad. Please don't come pitchfork in my house. The Pokemon nerds. I have Pokemon games. Please stop. But but okay. So that's the dynamic, right?
Yeah.
This is different. This is anger coming from your fans.
Yeah. I think
that it's a
similar situation to like punching up versus punching down in comedy. Like I feel like when you are, taking shots at the expense of the big N, Nintendo, I think at that point you could see that as kind of punching up, but I feel like nickel and diming or gouging your audience, your loyal followers, is the opposite. That is punching down, and I think that is how you get that's how you get negative, angry press.
Yeah, if they think this negative press is going to help drive sale, I don't think that's how it works, Sega.
Yeah. I doubt that's got to be even part of their equation. It's it's probably meddling from management level types and stuff. So
yeah, when the anger is fueled by your value proposition, it doesn't change the fact that you're not offering good value. It's just directing attention to it.
Yep.
Right? So maybe don't do that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sega should hire me. Sega, hire me. I will have a PhD in Waifu Studies.
Do it, you cowards.
Yeah, I guarantee you won't run into this issue again. All right. Now for my very special question for last week. Are you a PC or console gamers? And there are approximately, there are 3 different choices. So you could have picked PC gamer, console gamer, or both, like me. I am both a console and PC gamer. And the results are in. Approximately 11.76% of you are PC gamers. Where did you do this again? Did you do a poll or?
So this was not a poll.
Uh-huh.
This was based off of the comments left last week.
Okay.
So I just tallied them up real quick and did some quick napkin math.
Beautiful statistics.
Thank you.
Okay. Console gamers, console exclusive gamers, 35.29%. And lastly, both PC and console, 52.94%. Almost 53% of you are just like moi. Like, so a little over half. Just a
Yeah.
little over half of you will game on your PC and console, which, if I can be honest, sounds about right for like the modern day like gamer.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah.
for the longest time, like, and by for the longest time, I mean, this only changed within the last 3 years. I was firmly within the consoles only camp. And I think that a big part of that had to do with the fact that I didn't have a good way to capture gameplay from PCs, and I think that the people who remember my original $50 computer and my attempts to run Trails in the Trails in the Sky FC on that thing, it was a bad choice to try to do that, let me tell you. But eventually I figured something out that worked, and then now I'm one of the 50%. So but yeah,
the
it's just
proud.
mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
Forget those
I sound
console
proud, right?
game. Forget those casual console gamers and those PC elitist guys. Do both.
That's right.
True
Yeah.
game. No, I'm just kidding.
Hybrid master race.
Hybrid master race. Yeah. No, I'd say game on whatever is convenient for you. However you can game, just do it. Even
Yeah.
if you game on the phone, game on the phone. That's fine. Just do something. Gaming is good for your mental health. It's true. Don't listen to people who says gaming, contributes to like violent tendencies. That's pure BS. Gaming is just good mental exercise for you, especially you play
I was gonna
RPGs.
say, if gaming contributed to violent tendencies, South Korea would be like, I don't know, North Korea or something.
Look at Japan.
I know, right?
Come
Like
on.
it's pretty dang peaceful.
I don't know. One of the lowest placed with violent crimes. I mean, violent crimes exist everywhere. We are people, but if you look at the statistics, I don't know. But yeah, especially RPG. We've got puzzles, we've got strategies, we've got stories. It's got great music,
incredible, like
everything.
All the escapism you could possibly need. Like you don't need to go punch your landlord if you just finished playing through Trails of Cold Steel 3. Like you're in a good mood. Like just go play some Trails and don't do violence.
Just don't play Nightmare. That sounds like a nightmare.
it's actually pretty it's manageable, I'd say. Well,
okay.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and move us along here to our next, which is actually a voicemail that we got at the number on your screen right now.
A voicemail.
Yeah, we got it from 785-337-3805, or you can send it in to HitPoint at SuperDerekRPGs.com, just like this guy did here.
I don't hear anything.
Oh. Here, let me try that again, Baku. Maybe let me see if you can hear this now. If I switch to
we tried it a little bit.
Let's try this one.
Show. Yeah.
Hey, how is it going,
Oh,
Derek and Baku? Keith here from Ireland. I'm a big fan of your channel. Have you ever felt this thing called open world fatigue? I experienced this when I finished Horizon Forbidden West, which is a massive game, and I didn't even finish all the side quests. What are your thoughts about open world burnout? Is it real or is it only me? And by the way, more power to your channel. Cheers.
Oh,
all right, from Ireland.
Gotta love it.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for that voicemail.
Yeah,
and for listening and being part of the community. We are international now, Baku. We're in uncharted waters.
Next time someone's gonna send us full Japanese voicemail, and I'm gonna have to listen there and try to translate it. I dare any of you to send in a fully Japanese voicemail.
Oh, they'll just have AI do it. Don't challenge them.
Yeah. So speaking of open world fatigue, yeah. Why do you think I stay home?
Oh God.
What are you talking about? What do you mean if it's real? What do you think I stay home? Why do you think I don't go outside?
Too real.
Like, yes, too real. Open world fatigue.
Oh my gosh. I mean, so I get what you're saying though, and to try to answer your question, gosh, I don't even remember the last truly open world game that I played. To be totally honest, was it Breath of the Wild, like the original Breath of the Wild on Switch? Because it certainly isn't. I've been doing a lot of open zone lately, you know, and that can be equally kind of overwhelming too. I feel like the big problem with open world, and I think I don't know when the last time is I've ranted about this, but like when you have a big open world, you gotta fill it with something. And the only way to really do that is to come up with a bunch of menial chores. Go here, collect all these, you know, these bug boogers or whatever, and you know, and then you'll sculpt them together into this booger sculpture or whatever, and there you go. That's the reward. That's what it felt like with you know, the Korok seeds and stuff, right? And it turns out, oh, your big reward at the end is just this little Korok poo. Like, come on, that's a slap in the face.
Is Like a Dragon considered open world?
Ooh, Like a Dragon
open enough? Like the world just consists of this town.
So it consists of a couple towns. You know.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, it's GTA open world.
That's the other question. Do you consider that open world? I mean. Yeah, maybe. I would say it's large enough, and you don't really get any vehicles in Like a Dragon. Like you can take a cab in certain places, and stuff. But otherwise, you gotta travel that on foot a lot of times, and you know. And, they did. Yeah. They hit a bunch of those Tojo Clan pins in certain locations. I don't know what you get if you collect them all. A Tojo Clan turd? I don't think so. But
I think the last like maybe like undisputed open world game I played would have been what is that called? Tokyo something.
Xanadu?
It's by Tango Studio. It's just kind of like a horror first person game.
Like my brain went to like Tokyo Mirage Sessions, but that's
Ghostwire.
That's right. Ghostwire Tokyo. Yeah.
That's probably the only like undisputed open world. Like you can climb everywhere, and they had a way to explain why it's so open because everyone is gone.
Yeah.
So I accept that, and I thought it was pretty clever. They didn't need to fill it up with a whole lot of things per se. But they also did a really good job, like just modeling Tokyo. Even the suburbs just look exactly like how Tokyo suburb looks. So it was great.
How did you feel about Star Ocean, the newest, not the remake, but Star Ocean?
Is that open world?
I think it's open zone. But because it definitely had like, and then there was Forspoken. I think I played a little bit of that, but I think that was also zone. I think that was also zone. Yeah, it was all right. I mean, it got a lot of flack for the dialogue. But
is the dialogue really bad? Was it really that bad? I mean, I thought the marketing was it
was poorly marketed, and a lot of people just kind of piled on. I think it was all right. It was nothing special. It just felt like a worse version of Infamous, in my opinion.
Okay. I guess to answer the question then, do I believe that open world burnout is a thing?
100%.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, any kind of burnout is the thing. You do too much of it, you're not going to want to do it. That's the burnout.
Yeah. I mean, I can speak firsthand. Kingdom Hearts burnout is a thing.
Oh, jeez.
That's still something that like every once in a while I think like, man, maybe I should play that Kingdom Hearts 3 DLC at some point to be ready for whatever happens in the next Kingdom Hearts. And then I'm just like, No, I'm still kind of burned out from that actually, because I played like 10 games back to
Oh
back to
yeah,
back. That was a dumb choice.
that's
Um,
brutal,
that
man.
has nothing to do with Kingdom Hearts, but yeah, too much of anything is not
Yeah,
particularly great.
yeah. Even if you like it,
You got to change
and
it up. You got to alternate
you,
your way through stuff, I
you
think.
gotta change. You gotta change it up. That's important. Um, I
But
was gonna say, like, so I don't think I've played enough open world game personally to have open world burnout. I don't necessarily know how to feel like, like with open world burnout.
mhm.
I'll tell you what burnout I recently got for playing games. I got dialogue burnout.
Ooh.
And I think a lot of people who are probably in this channel watching this probably knows what I'm talking about because we talk a lot about RPGs. And guess what? RPG has a lot of
Mm.
dialogues, especially Trails games and Persona. Oh my god, there's so much talking. It just won't shut up.
I feel
They're
like
like
I think I'm impervious. I have not run into that yet,
Mhm.
but I feel like this last like month or two, I I've been really diving in like hard into Cold Steel 4. I'm in like the
Mm.
final chapter before like the big dungeon, and it's been a lot of fun, but it's also like playing some other things that I'm not allowed to talk about. Like in between
Mm.
is kind of like it's great. It's been a lot of
Mhm.
fun, but I think I can start to understand where you might be coming from with your dialogue burnout.
I'm just like, I would like more action and less talk. Like I am very done with you.
Time to go back to playing retro, huh?
Mm.
Back when, with 256K of memory, like best you could do was a couple of lines of dialogue at a time.
Use your imagination to fill the rest.
Brevity is the soul of wit,
Mhm.
as they say.
Yeah. So I recently finished P5, P5 Royal,
Did
and
you?
I did. I finished it. Well, I say recently, but that was like a month ago. I finished it before the year end because I said I was going to finish P5 Royal before 2024, and I did. So it was
Oh
like
man.
December like 23rd. I finished like just a couple of days until it's too late. I did finish it. So by that point, there's a time when you're basically done with the game, but then they're kind of like, "Oh, why don't you go talk to everybody?" And I'm like, "Oh no, I don't want
Mhm.
to talk. The game is over. I've done everything. I don't want to talk to anybody." But here we are. So like, yeah, talk to everyone one last time. It's like, couldn't this just be like a cutscene and just be done with it? Like,
I don't know,
fine,
man.
just ran around and
So
talked to
I've
everybody.
never played Royal. I've never played Persona 5 Royal, but if I had to guess, if the game keeps on going, like if you can keep on going, you probably finished like one arc, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's like, a fourth act just like around the corner, just lurking and waiting. I mean, if did you see a credit scroll?
No.
Oh, Baku,
Yeah.
buddy.
Oh no. Oh no, I saw afterwards, I meant.
Okay.
After all that, I did see the credit and all, but yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, yeah. So dialogue burnout, that's my thing. Thank you again for the voicemail, man. That was
Yeah,
awesome.
definitely. All right. So yeah, we got some updates to past releases that we get to talk about here. You want to talk about this one? Pretty
Yeah,
exciting
I'll jump
stuff.
in on it. Yeah, exciting. Because I finally ordered this game. I'm 8-bit finally opens the physical pre-orders for the Sea of Stars game for PS4, 5, Xbox, and Switch. So super exciting because I've been waiting for the physical
Oh man.
release. That's why I have not played this game. I know everyone's raving about this game. I know, and I will get to it, but I'm a physical game collector and I'm not double dipping on a game that I didn't play. So it's physical or nothing. And here we are. They announced this back in like August of last year.
Yeah.
And then
That's
finally in January, they're like, oh, finally, we're ready to open for pre orders. I was like, you kidding? But okay, whatever. It's fine. So the physical copy will include a retro style game manual, a slipcase, a double-sided poster, the complete soundtrack download, so not a physical
okay.
CD,
That's fine.
with over 200 tracks, which is pretty awesome. Especially people like me who just really enjoy game music. I think that's really cool.
I wonder if it'll fit on my
and
shuffle.
Probably. 200 tracks. Oh, just barely. If you turn down the quality, you can fit all
16
turn down the
16
bitrate.
megabits per second. Yep.
Yeah. And also, last but not least, and oh my god, this is amazing. 4 sticker sheets.
Ooh.
All those stickers.
Oh,
what are you gonna
man.
do with all those stickers?
Well, sticker bomb my Steam Deck, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
I still haven't opened my Steam Deck. I got it the other day. I still haven't unboxed it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You gotta get to it.
I know. I
Yeah.
really do need to.
Now, they're saying that this will ship Q2 of 2024. So fingers crossed that that happens. I have pre-ordered this. I was like, look, if you guys don't announce this thing soon, I'm just gonna order the like region-free version from
PlayAsia. Yeah.
But I want to support like the international release or the Western release. Like I want to support it, but boy, you announced in August and now you're only taking pre-order in January of the next year. That's a bit.
I mean,
but okay.
I'm
okay.
guessing that they had to.
Yeah.
They must have decided to put a little extra work into something. I also wonder if certain events required that they redo some artwork within maybe some of the manuals and such.
Yeah,
but
I want to give them a benefit of the doubt. It's a bit, but like that's just like a positive statement as far as like that is just what happened.
Yeah.
But I mean I let the money talk, man. Like I gave money into it, so obviously I care about it.
Yeah.
So yeah. So if you guys are also trying to get the physical copy, head on over to iMadeBit. The pre-order is open now, and again, it's shipping in Q2 2024. Meanwhile, Mr. Derek. Meanwhile, the physical edition of Chained Echoes from First Press Games still says Q4 of 2023.
What is
where we are now? Not Q4 of 2020.
Certainly not. What is going on?
I don't know. And right now I'm just a tad worried about how poorly they're communicating this. Like I get it. If you have delays, you keep updating it with delays. I'll at least give you that. When you stop updating, that's when I'm a little worried.
Yeah.
Like someone's not in the office doing this. And it's not like you're just being impatient.
Or...
It's past the due date, but they didn't update it with a new due date. You can update a new due date. Now I'm not gonna I'll just wait. But when you don't even do that,
just no acknowledgement of that date having passed. Yeah.
It's a little concerning. So we'll see. First Press Games is I think you and I we paid for the fancier edition too.
Yeah.
So that's unfortunate. I know that there are a lot of things going on in the world and shipping is difficult. We've talked about it. So I'm happy to wait for it if it means for them to take a little bit more time to get it right. Maybe some unfortunate things happen. I get that.
For their sake, it better be backwards compatible with the next Switch.
You mean the Super Nintendo Switch?
Yes. I hope it's backwards compatible because at this rate, they're going to need a new trim modeled. Oh, gosh.
We shall see about that. All right.
All right. So now let's switch gears to talk about some games that are coming out last week and this week. Our upcoming releases. Starting with this one that happens 3 days ago called Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. You might have heard about this game, guys.
You might have heard about this game.
I'm pretty excited about this one. And as it so happens, I actually do have a review code, but I haven't been able to touch it yet. But I do hope that soon I'll be able to maybe do like a first impressions video of it, but I've been a little wrapped up in something else. But hey, that's all right, because that is neither here nor there. Let's watch the launch trailer for Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth.
Yeah, let's do it.
Any minute now. Here we go.
Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, with improved gameplay favoring speed and strategy.
There we go.
The
I
perfect balance
had no
for
audio
first-time
going there for a
players and
moment.
hardcore
Fixed it
veterans
though.
to become unstoppable dealers of destruction. Your party now has full freedom of movement while fighting,
Finally!
allowing you
What?
to
Get to move
strategically position yourself
around.
and your allies
That's
to more
nice. I
effectively
do
take
feel
down
like that
foes.
was... It didn't bug me enough to mention it during my review of the
Jobs in
original
Infinite
Like a
Wealth
Dragon,
are like
but...
classes in traditional RPGs.
Oh, it's definitely
Giving
one of
party
my
members
big
their own
gripes.
skills,
Like, you have these like AoE
perks,
attacks, but
unique
then
weapons,
like all the people
and
kind of
outfits.
moving around, but you can't
Experiment
move
with
your
different
character
jobs to
to
find what best suits
try to
your playstyle,
maximize
team
like
dynamic, and of course,
the
fashion
AoE
sense.
attack. Then what's the point? It's like so
And what would
random.
Infinite Wealth be
I
without
didn't actually run into that
outrageous
so much with like the
skills?
gal who threw
Like
thumbtacks.
Granblue's essence of
Just like the
big-ass
shotgun
spread,
attack. Oh man,
John's essence
all day,
of
every day.
design,
That's all I
and
did.
many more.
It was so good.
I had
Kiwami
the
skills aren't
the
going away
guy
in
do
turn
like a
time to
charge
battle.
attack that would like
Summon some
charge
backup with
in
a
a
quick
straight
call to
line
pound
and
base,
like
a
it would
powerful
just
group
miss
of allies
people
for
because
hire
they
with a
walked
wide
away
range of
or
abilities
something.
to
And
aid
I'm
you
just
in
like,
battle.
dude, seriously?
So don't hesitate
Like-
to phone a friend. It's worth it.
Oh man. Oh, it looks like all of the old Poundmates friends are back. I recognized several of
Like
them.
a Dragon franchise is known for luring
This is
players
Hawaii,
into
man.
addictive
I know. That's
activities
exciting.
and
Welcome to
full-fledged
America.
experiences. Loaded with mini-games you've
Oh,
come to
man.
expect,
Oh my
like
god, is that what I think it
Mahjong,
is?
golf,
Is that a virtual
fishing,
fighter?
and
Oh
the
my god.
battle
Oh
pages.
man.
Infinite Wealth
You know,
brings
what's also
even
pretty
more to
exciting
discover.
is that there's
Settings,
already for the
a fully
demo,
mode scavenger,
there's a
grand
mod
battle
on
loop,
PC
the mismatch
that
data,
replaces
you just might meet
the
that special someone.
the Japanese
Inspired by the
audio
classic Crazy Taxi,
with
Crazy
an English
puts
dub
Ichiban in the driver's seat.
for the American people, but leaves it in Japanese for the Japanese people.
What? Oh, okay.
Yeah, they dub the you know the Americans and then leave.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Yeah, they've done that for the demo, and it sounds like they might be working on something similar for the full release, which would be
Interesting.
pretty sick.
Is that there's no sound?
I have it turned down right now, but
Is this just
Yeah.
is this just low
Yeah,
or
it was-
actual no
for a
sound?
minute there was no sound, but I fixed that.
Oh, okay. So you know what's interesting about this is that
Yeah.
so I don't know if this is true or not because I haven't gone to try to like fact check this, okay? But this may be the first time in an RPG where or it could or even in any game where a character voices us themselves in an official capacity in both Japanese and English.
Is this when you say as themselves? Are you talking about Danny Trejo?
No. So remember how I told you like there was this one like pretty legendary VTuber who won like the Grand Prix and they're gonna put her into not
Yes.
only the
Okay.
Gaiden game but also in Infinite Wealth.
Okay, because I heard that Danny Trejo was gonna be in Infinite Wealth, and I was like,
Oh.
wait, did they put him in as himself?
No. So
Okay.
it's Keisan. Keisan is Japanese, so she speaks Japanese fluently. So obviously she voiced herself in the Japanese version, but she grew up in Atlanta. which means she's also fluent in English,
Oh.
and like Atlanta English, and so she voiced herself also in the English version. Like no one else voiced her. She voiced herself in both languages, and no, and I know that there's at least been one character somewhere in the past where they were talented enough to voice like the same character in two languages or more than one language. I remember
like,
hearing that before.
like Jackie Chan or something. Like if he was in a video game, sure.
Yeah, but she's also voicing us herself in the game.
Yeah,
which makes it extra special.
That's super cool. That's really rad.
Super cool, right?
Man.
Yeah. So I cannot confirm whether or not this is like indeed a first, but in my recollection, this may very well be the first time someone voiced us themselves in a game in more than one
That's got to be
language.
a heck of a payday, man.
Oh, boy. I mean, I'm sure she got like she already got a check for winning the Grand Prix. I don't know if she wins anything for voice in the game. Who knows?
I mean, I would hope that you'd get paid to do the English dub too. I mean,
I would hope so.
That's cool that the localization team behind that thought to do so.
She's also a mega Yakuza fan, so I feel like just being in the game and being able to voice along with like all the famous voice actor that you like grew up loving, I think that's already pretty cool. So I don't know.
Sure, but I mean, being paid for the time that it takes to do that would probably be pretty nice too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Of course, it's probably not like it's probably not a week in the vocal booth or anything to do it, but
Yeah. I think it's pretty cool. Someone said it's been a few times in the anime, but did they voice us themselves in the anime?
I see
what I'm saying.
So they're not playing a character. Kason is going to be in Infinite Wealth
Kason
as
is Kason.
Yeah.
Yes, Kason is Kason in the game, who is voiced by Kason in more than one
I wonder
language.
if Kason could also do a cover of Casey Kasem.
Send her a message. Ask her. She might
Perhaps.
respond. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But thank you for pretending that this game hasn't come out yet, guys. I appreciate it.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
that was a one thing that I was like super regretting. I was telling Derek, like, man, I just really wanted to like geek out over this game with everyone, in chat and stuff.
I am
and we didn't
super
get to do
excited.
it last week.
I'm actually really excited to return to the world of Yakuza. I released my Yakuza review, my Yakuza 1 review very recently. If you want to go watch it, please do. It'd be really awesome if you did. Help me capitalize on the hype of Infinite Wealth. And I will say that you guys can look forward to this coming out on January 26th. Which is
look forward to it.
Yep, it's in -3 days from now. It's coming out on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Series X, S, and PC via Steam. It's like, sorry, when I see the Xbox One and then the Series, like it just messes with my brain. As somebody who has to like it's so nice to be able to say like PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or whatever. But then whenever it comes to like Xbox, I have to be like, all right, it's coming out on Xbox One, the Series X, the Series S, the Xbox. Like I don't even remember. Like, is the Xbox One the PS4 equivalent? Like, I can't even keep the generation of Xboxes straight at this point. I think that's right. I think that's right. But then I remember things like
same generation.
But then I remember things like Project Scarlet and all this other stuff. Is that what the new series is supposed
Xbox
to?
Series, yeah.
God, I hate Microsoft and their terrible naming of everything. Like Windows 10? No, that's Windows 9. Why are you lying, Microsoft? Xbox 360? Why? No.
Xbox 360. That was the thing.
I want to switch to Linux just to avoid more Microsoft.
I'm hoping that we can just move to Windows 12, so I don't have to deal with Windows 11 because 11 looks atrocious.
They should, and they should name it Windows 13 while they're at it.
Ooh,
just kidding. We'll call it Windows 1. How about that?
Oh no, Windows Series S. So
can't wait for Windows 19.
All right. The next game, equally hyped. Oh, geez. This week. This week is it, guys. You understand? Like January 26th, that's Infinite Wealth. And then February 1st, we get Granblue Fantasy Relink. That game that we saw in 2017 that was just like, well, that looks really good. It's now finally coming out.
Only 7 years later, everybody.
Only 7
We
years
made it.
later.
We made
it. Yep. I just checked the Amazon because I ordered on Amazon. I'm like, is it actually being sent to me? Am I dreaming? Is this really coming?
Is
And they're
this
like,
real
yeah,
life?
this is real life. They're like, yes, it will arrive at your house on February 2nd. I was like, yes. Wait a minute, that's the day after. Anyways, let's take a look at the trailer, guys. Let's all get hyped together.
All right.
But hype responsibly.
All right, everybody. Time to start the hype
Yeah.
train. Ooh.
Ooh. So I think you get to play as like a main, a female main or a male main. You can just pick.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's I forgot the dude's. I think it's Gran, like Gran. I think. And
Okay.
Jita is the like with the D, like DJEETA.
Oh.
Oh no, it's like a weird spelling. I don't think they both like exist simultaneously. You have to pick one or the other.
Okay. Interesting. So it's kind of like, you know, picking between your Persona 3 protagonists
Yeah,
and
male
Persona 3
protect, female
Portable.
protect. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just got a name. I don't know if it changes the story at all. Because I don't Granblue.
Yeah.
And even if you do Granblue, they may not have that implementation the same way in this particular game. So I don't know. I gotta wait to see what it's like. And no, I'm not looking for an answer because I don't want to be spoiled for this one actually.
Oh, okay.
So please don't tell me in the comment section. That was rhetorical.
This is still a very pretty game. I remember thinking it was otherworldly good back in 2018. Now it looks good.
Now
The
it just looks
dialogue.
good.
Yeah, it went from looking like otherworldly to that's good.
Yeah, that's been a couple years.
7 years of sitting on this thing will do that.
Maybe they were just letting the rest of the world like catch up. Maybe that's what they were doing.
That's
you know?
probably the
They were
case.
just way too ahead.
Dude, I still remember watching like demos together of like them running through a collapsing area, and thinking how cool that all looked. And that was like 2 years ago.
Yeah. So we'll just have to wait to see what the game actually plays like, because all these trailers and all these like screenshots just doesn't replace the actual gaming experience, right? So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what it plays like. Try to keep my expectation low so I can be pleasantly surprised. But it is hard to contain the hype because that does look really good.
Well, okay. So sorry, I was just looking at the next thing in line here, and that's a game that for some reason it won't let me show the trailer here through Watch Together.
Weird.
So I'll just open it up into a new tab, and we'll watch that separate. Unfortunate that we can't do the typical thing together here.
Do you want me to find another one?
Oh gosh, why is it still playing? Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
It might be able to find another one. Hang on. Yeah, I don't know why that is.
I think it might be due to the fact that it might be like age gated or something. But
Silly. Hang on.
throwing that in the Discord.
1 second. Trying to find one that makes sense. I do this one. No. Wait.
Here, I'll link the one that you sent me before.
Oh, that okay.
Yeah.
Let's try it. Let's try this. I think this is still okay. It's not the same trailer. But
Okay.
This is
All right,
fine.
let me see if
yeah.
I can add that instead here. The most professional podcast on all of YouTube. All right, let's see. Will that? Yep, that'll allow it to work. Okay, cool. All right, so we'll look at that here in a second. So, did you want to finish what we were saying though about Granblue Fantasy Relink?
Oh yeah, that's right. It's coming out on February 1st, not 2nd.
Oh my
So
goodness,
when
that is
that?
like
in 3 days.
3 days. Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
it's finally happening.
it's finally happening on PS4, 5, and PC via Steam. That's it. Just PlayStation and Steam.
Man, that's nice. It's nice to be able to just say PlayStation and Steam, and everybody like knows
PlayStation
what
and
it is. Not have to. Yep.
You're offending a lot of people today.
I know.
All the Xbox gamer are like, how dare
all
you?
5 of them.
All 5 of them here.
No, so like actually, so I did take a small pot shot at the Xbox consoles, a little, like not too significant, in my video talking about the portable handheld that I had, and I said that I don't have an Xbox console because I don't play or because I only play RPGs. It's like, and some people are like, but there's RPGs on it. It's like, yeah, there are some, sure, but like there's no exclusive RPGs. Like there's no reason to go with an Xbox if that's all I play. Like, because anything that comes out on Xbox is on PC.
You know, they're gonna come with a Halo RPG, and you're totally going to like
not play it.
The fact that you have to, no, you have to. You're the RPG guy. You have to play every RPG. What do you mean?
Well, maybe I'll play it after I'm done playing Lucian's Quest on 3DO or something.
Oh my god.
That's actually
someone get him a 3DO.
That's actually something I want to play. That's actually like a goal of mine. But before we get to Lucian's Quest on 3DO, we should probably take a look at this next game that's coming out here pretty soon. You might have heard about it. It's called Persona 3 Reload. And we have a trailer for it as well. Let me see if I can pull this up here.
Yeah.
It's the good memories that stay with you and gets people through their struggles.
Oh, that does look a heck of a lot better than P3 Portable. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Like a lot better.
Yeah.
The one who chose to join you back then.
And even the animated scenes are completely reanimated there, it looks like.
That's all there is to it.
Stop shooting yourself.
I gotta use what time
That's an evoker.
Set things straight.
It's not a real gun, it's like an NES zapper. Okay.
Oh no, the song gives me PTSD.
Oh man.
The shadows are getting stronger.
Getting flashbacks. Taking me back to 2008. Let's go.
Try out our new equipment.
Yeah. Nothing beats getting actual combat experience.
Oh, Junpei's got your back. We expected
Oh man.
I do like their new like costume.
Oh yeah. They look super cool.
I want to use this power to help me live my own life. Take this seriously.
I'm still gonna bench Ken. I will bench Ken so hard.
Right? So when that happens, I just go do something fun and forget about it.
It sounds interesting. Don't tell me you've forgotten your promise.
I cannot wait to play this. See, that's something I never noticed before. Like during the intro of like other games, like one guy like burst into becoming a shadow. I never quite caught that that's something that was happening until seeing this trailer.
That's why I came all this way. Even if you do forget about us, I'll remind you.
The voice of Igus just now sounded kind of like oh, she's from Critical Role. I don't know if it's her or not, but
Okay, I may play this. Whatever.
Oh, man.
Whatever, Persona. Whatever.
When's the last? Didn't you recently play this though?
No, that was like 2 years ago.
Okay, so
I mean,
I was gonna say to you, 2 years ago is not recent in RPG terms.
In life terms,
life
it
terms.
wasn't. Recent.
Yeah. 2020 was like 3 lifetimes ago, wasn't it? It feels so long ago.
That's what it feels like.
Oh my gosh. Yep. I gotta make sure I get that physical. So that's right, boys and girls. And I can say that with confidence. Boys and girls, you can look forward to playing this on your PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 and Xbox One and Xbox Series S and Xbox Series X and PC via Steam. Now, what's really interesting about this is that... Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. So what's really exciting to me about this is that, Baku, when this comes out, you and I, us plebeians on Twitch, we get to stream it. Yeah.
What?
And
we can stream
and us lowly YouTube content creators are able to upload videos from pretty much the entire game. So the Atlas, I mean, for those who didn't know this or know or from hearing this in the past, Atlas has had this weird habit of in the past trying to enforce just these weird stipulations on streamers and content creators, like restricting the play of Persona 5 when it first came out. Like you couldn't play it past a certain date. And people on Twitch were like creating custom overlays to spoof the date so that like it never advanced beyond. They just updated but they just put a PNG over top that corner so that they wouldn't get content struck, which is hilarious.
I don't even know if they had to go that far. They just need to put like a black square over. You say custom overlay. You mean
I mean, I assumed that rectangle. They like when I heard it described to me, I just assumed that they like actually like did like the cutout of the overlay and just sort of like freeze framed it or something, which is pretty hilarious in its own right. But you might be right. I mean, I don't know. Just put their camera over top of the calendar.
Yeah, whatever.
But so anyways, Atlas Japan has had this sort of tenuous relationship with streamers where they would try to like enforce various weird embargo rules on people who like bought the game, and like that's not how that works. Like embargoes are what you give to people who like get advanced copies of the game or are gifted review copies of games, and like I would always abide by those because they would send me the game, and I was like, okay, well I guess I gotta do it that way, to my chagrin. But the fact that they would do that to anybody was weird. So anyways, that is not what's happening with Persona 3. Perhaps in light of the fact that it's an 18-year-old game and spoilers at this point are kind of moot. Like, maybe that has something to do with it. Or maybe they've had a change of heart. And I really do hope that it is the latter and not the former. Atlas does, or Sega and Atlas only requests that people add a warning in the title or the description, and also include little copyright disclosure, copyright Atlas, copyright Sega in the video or stream somewhere. And I think that's fair. I don't think anybody's going to confuse the IP as belonging to the streamer. So I don't think that adding the little copyright Atlas or copyright Sega mark is like super necessary, but it's baby steps in the right direction. And I hope that, this is the start of a beautiful new relationship with the streaming community.
Let's hope so. I mean, I think they've reached out to quite a bit of people trying to see if they wanted like review keys for Persona 3 and what is it, Infinite Wealth. And to that I say, Sega, what if you want people to play these games, why did you release them like a week apart? I'm still very mind blown about
I think I mentioned it last year though, right? Like in the last stream, I think I mentioned it. This is the time of year, according to MatPat and Game Theory, this is the time of year where you release your epic action adventure games and epic RPGs.
Oh, you're right.
Because for some people, it takes an entire year to get through it, and then it'll be fresh in their minds when it comes time to do nominations for the Game Awards.
So January, February. Not 1 week apart.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. You're probably right. But I mean,
It's just they were 1 week apart. The two biggest game of the year, probably, other than the other one. What's the other one from Atlas?
Yeah.
Is that 2024?
I think it is. Yeah, you're talking
Okay,
about
so
Refantasio Metaphor.
there you go. Yeah,
Yeah.
Metaphor. Yeah. So like, other than Metaphor, like these two are pretty big releases. So I don't know, Sega. Questionable decisions as always.
Well,
Anyways, yeah.
yeah. So I'm looking forward to seeing more from all of this and from Sega and Atlas. Almost called them Satless. That's their power couple name, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Looking forward to seeing more in the future from that. Hopefully, it's the start of a beautiful new streaming relationship.
Yeah.
But that about does it for the upcoming games that we're talking about. So let's change gears and maybe we'll talk about some new stuff that got announced, eh?
Ooh, lots of news coming up.
A news on the JRPG News podcast?
Yeah, would you believe that?
Well, we're done talking about stuff that happened last week, so I guess may as well.
Hey, to be fair, Persona 3 Reload is February 2nd, which is in the future.
That's true. That's true.
Yes. All right. So first game we've got on the new game announcements is called the Nameless Slay Dragon. The Nameless : Slay Dragon. Publisher Whisper Games, who also brought us Astra Libra. Yeah, Libra. There's a bunch of weird names with this publisher. Announced that it will be releasing a new turn-based RPG that has been developed by a single person over 3 years.
Oh,
called the Nameless : Slay Dragon. Oh no, something dropped on my side. This game promises to not waste your time with random battles, no grind, no mazes, and all endings available in the first run.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, promises to not waste your time.
Well, that's as somebody who has gone on record of saying that games that don't waste your time are better. I'm excited to see what they got to say about this in the trailer. Do you want to watch this together here?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's see what they got to say here about the Nameless.
All done by a single person.
Yeah.
Yeah. I respect it. It is not a super published, AAA title. Like we're in the indies realm, so just like be sure to dial in your expectation, especially when it's done by a single person.
Sure,
it's super cool.
Yeah, they can't all be chained echoes.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, I can't look at your game and be like, oh yeah, I'm comparing you against like a team of like 60. Dedicated full-time developers. Like it's a single person. But it looks pretty good. Especially if you're into the old school like dungeon crawl, SMT style kind of like, I don't know, I'll say style, but
like the first-person dungeon crawler.
Yeah, that sort of game. I think this is pretty good. I don't think you get the dungeon crawling aspect, but the battles certainly
have that first-person perspective.
Yeah,
I can see that.
All like DQ,
or Earthbound,
like the old school DQ. Yep. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, you said you weren't gonna waste my time, but here you are with crafting. How dare you?
How dare you, Baku? This guy's been working hard. Let's see.
Who likes crafting? Tell me. Genuinely, who in here likes crafting in their game? Like, really? You like crafting?
A little bit. Sometimes.
Okay.
Not all the time.
Okay.
Dark Cloud has a really good crafting system.
Mm-hmm.
It's really just like stick two things in an alchemy pot, wait for it to bake, and then you have a better weapon. It's pretty rad. They did the same thing again in Dragon Quest VIII. And Dragon Quest XI had that, not a crafting system, but like a weapon improvement system that I enjoyed. So it can be done well.
Weapon improvement,
Also-
okay. Crafting.
Also, I suspect that some Atelier
No
games
rise,
would
though.
probably, fans of that game might have something to say as like a core component of what they do. But, I don't know. I might be stretching there.
This is coming from a guy who chewed through 2 Atelier games and is like crapping on crafting. But all I'm saying is no one picks up an RPG and be like, you know why this is my favorite RPG? Because the crafting is just so good.
Yeah,
Not anything
it's-
else, but the crafting. Just all the other things are just like mediocre. But man, the crafting is just chef kiss.
That does
right?
that does give me some like cozy game vibes though. I feel like I don't know. It like for a trailer, it had very chill music, and they had the crafting. I think they might be going for a different subsection that might be a little neglected in the RPG space, maybe.
That's definitely possible. So, this game has a planned release sometime in Q2 of this year, and then on PC via Steam, and then later on, they will try to release this on the Switch. And if Whispers Games got anything to tell us from their past, is that they managed to find games that are actually really good, but it's kind of like the diamonds in the rough. So who knows? Maybe this game actually is like super good, and you just can't really tell until you like play it, and you're like mind blown at how good it actually is. It might be one of those because that's what Ask Libra was.
Mm.
I couldn't tell you how many articles I've read like since release, like Ask Libra revision, and it's like, oh my god, you've got to play this game. You've got to play this game. This game just like it completely blew my expectation out the water. It's so good. It's so deep. Da da da. It's like all these things.
Man.
So I'm like, all right, it's on my playlist. I mean, it's on my Steam account. I bought it.
It had
I'll play it
I
at some
do
point.
recall
Yeah.
that Astra Libra had like a really weird trailer where they just like some gal in the background kept whispering Astra Libra, and I was just like, that's all I remember about it. It was like a little distracting and a little weird. So
Yeah.
that's all
Yeah.
I remembered about it though. So it's kind of sad how like bad marketing can sometimes just really undersell a game.
Yeah. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe this is like yet another just like super incredible game just waiting to be played. I'm really looking forward to it. So yeah, Q2 2024 on
Yeah.
Steam,
And
guys.
there's Martino in the chat here says it was a really, really good game. So
Yeah,
awesome.
see? Yeah. It has not gone unnoticed by me. I just haven't had time to touch
Story
it
of my
yet.
life.
I
man.
bought the game
Story
though.
of my life.
Yeah. I bought the game.
So
Okay.
with all this Chat GPT stuff going around and all this like AI stuff, they should really limit that. So they have this game called AI Limit that we're going to talk about today. It was originally announced back in 2019 as part of Sony China's HERP project initiative called AI Limit. Okay, that.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's Hero Project.
Oh,
Oops.
Herp?
Miss Herp. Sorry, that was me.
Okay.
That was my fault.
Thank you.
That was my
Thank
fault. Let's
you.
try that. Let's
Okay.
try that again. Let's try that again.
Hero Project Initiative. I was thinking like herpetology, like that's like some sort of like shortened term of like the study of reptiles or something.
The most professional stream on YouTube, guys.
The most professional stream. Professional stream on all of YouTube. So, I am Ron Burgundy. In this game, you play as Arissa, an immortal blader who is in searching for the post-apocalyptic city, or through the post-apocalyptic city, to find the hope of new life.
Yes.
So, the spirits
I did
within.
not misspell her name, by the way. That is just 2 R's.
Yep.
I was looking at it. I'm like, nope, it's just 2 R's. There are 2 R's to her name.
All right. I think I am missing a trailer here. Let me add it to the list here because I think
We counted though. What happened?
oh wait, no, I'm on the right trailer already. That's what happened. All right,
Oh.
let's check it out, guys.
Yes. So I only found the Japanese trailer, so you have to deal with it. But
Oh,
you get the
Japanese
point.
audio. Nobody likes listening to that.
Japanese audio.
The
Ugh.
worst.
China Hero Project.
Once you've met humans.
Ugh, can't even understand her.
In the last
What
city
language is
of
he speaking?
humanity.
Ugh.
I don't know. Moon runes.
Yeah, maybe.
Heavenswell.
Okay, this.
Imagine that they once ruled this very world.
It's a realm surrounded by springs and waterfalls, where flowers bloom and trees thrive.
Whatever. They should have just hired you to read that.
All of it.
They control
All
the
of it.
rules.
I'd just do all of the VA.
Humans are just sheep to be slaughtered.
Where there's war,
I am going to say that
best if you both sides suffer heavy losses.
it feels like a
Team Ninja game
Seeking after far-fetched
ish, or
memories.
no. I think it's slower. Like it's heavier.
However,
It's
well, there's some jumpiness, but
a feeble scholar
okay.
about you.
yeah. I'm just looking at the movement. It's
Oh, yeah,
it's
yeah.
not as like
It's not as twitchy.
speed dodgy as
Yeah,
yeah.
It's a little closer to.
Somewhere in the
Like, I don't want to
middle.
say, oh, it's like Dark Souls, because I feel like everything got compared to Dark Souls, but the speed of combat there looked about more that vibe, about more that cadence of.
Please proceed with courage.
Always look at these like action RPG in like two spectrum. Like you've
Yeah.
got on the one end, you've got like the Dark Souls, like much more realistic swings, slow, very methodical movements, and then you have like like near automata,
Or, like-
which is just like infinite dodge and
Yeah.
it's just yeah, and it's like super fast, super fast. And then you have like things that's kind of somewhere in the
Yeah.
middle, you know?
Yeah, someone says, yeah, kind of near Code Vein. I could see.
Near vibe, like the aesthetics is near.
Yeah.
But the action speed is definitely slower,
the-
like deliberately
And the
so.
story reminds me of
than Nier.
Final Fantasy Spirits Within so far, as far as like the,
Oh,
you know, going through, looking through this ravaged planet for signs of life, you know, that's I'm pretty sure that's like a big part of that Final Fantasy movie that shall not be named.
I fell asleep, so I gotta be honest with you. I have no idea what that movie's about.
Eh,
I tried to watch it twice. I fell asleep both times in the middle of it, and I had no idea what that movie's about. And I'm not doing it.
That's about all you really need to know, really. But
Yeah.
it's,
But it was really pretty at the time.
oh
It was
sure,
such a beautiful. Oh my god, just graphics like Marvel.
but
Right.
not, in my opinion. Back in the day, though, I really liked Advent Children a lot more, as far as like the Square Enix movies went. You know, like
Yeah.
they nailed the realistic semi-anime aesthetic way better there. Whereas I think they were just going for like photorealism in Spirits Within, and that just
Mhm.
was not doing it much
Well,
for me. But anyways, that's
yeah.
way off of kilter from what we're talking about. So we need to limit this discussion to AI Limit, which is planned for coming out sometime this year on PlayStation 5 and PC via Steam.
Only.
Yep.
All right. Next up, we've got a game called NanoApostle. P-Cube, our friends P-Cube, announced that it will be publishing a new sci-fi boss rush action game called NanoApostle. In this game, you play as Anita, a child augmented with lethal nanomachines. She battles her way out of a top secret facility against these like cybernetic experiments. Sounds pretty dark. Let's take a look.
Okay. Let's check it out.
So, gonna take a wild guess that this child has been abducted experimented on. Now she's broken out and she needs to try to free herself. But she has to fight all these monstrosities.
Okay, so this is one of those kinds of bullet hell action RPGs. Very dodgy, very...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it's RPG.
Yeah. It's just...
Yeah.
Yeah, you might be right.
Yeah,
I mean, they got skill ups and stuff. So, I mean, that might be...
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. But definitely bullet hell kind of combat. People really like super difficult games and crazy bullet hell. This seems like this could be up their alley.
It looks neat.
Like I'm expecting you to die.
I love that pixel art. That's pretty sick.
Many times. Oh, the art looks beautiful.
But it's literally just boss rushes though, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So no wasting time. Just go in, die a bunch of times, finally beat the boss, next boss.
All right. Well,
awesome. Yeah.
Sheesh. I feel like that sounds like the kind of game that just throws you into the deep end.
Mm-hmm. I mean, for some people, they just don't have the time.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to, and that's like the rush for them. They love playing games like Dark Souls. They love finding out the pattern for the boss and like really trying to optimize their skill and moves to like, have like the cleanest run in these battles. Like I'm not in that category, but I respect it. Like I love watching people skillfully take down bosses in Dark Souls.
I have not got that skill, so
yeah, neither do I. But this game has got a planned release sometime this year, on PC via Steam.
Rad. Okay. Well, in that case, we talked about this roguelike action game before when it was first announced. And it's called Ancient Weapon Holly, and it's got a release date.
Yes.
This game follows Holly, a humanoid weapon that was sealed away for how dangerous she was. She is now awoken from that slumber after thousands of years and seeks vengeance on the humans who locked her away. So, Ancient Weapon Holly. Where's the...
Ancient
there
Weapon
it is.
Holly. Yeah, we did talk about this game some time ago. When I saw this, I'm like, oh yeah, we talked about this.
It doesn't ring any strong bells for me at the moment. But it looks cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it's, dungeon crawler, right? Or like a dungeon crawler roguelike, it looks like the kind where like the enemies only move when you move.
Oh yeah, that. Like Japan really likes those. There were a couple that came out like recently.
Yeah, like Jiren the Wanderer and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It looks like kind of one of those kinds of games. I never really got into them personally, but I mean, as far as those go, that looks significantly like nicer on the eyes, I think, than a lot of the ones that I have seen. Feel, didn't feel quite as cheapy. Yeah. So I mean, it's pretty straightforward looking game, pretty straightforward sounding plot premise. If you're into these kinds of games, check it out. It's coming out on March 8th of 2024. This one's coming out on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch, and PC via Steam as well.
Solid release date. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. All right. This next game, I couldn't remember why I was super excited for it. Like I made a mental note, right? And I'm like, this game, super excited for it. Can't wait to see more from it. And then I kind of forgot why I was excited for the game until I saw the trailer again. And this game is called Terra Memoria. It is a turn-based RPG where you'll go on a road trip to explore the world of Terra through the lens of 6 different characters.
Oh, that sounds pretty cool.
Look at that. Yeah.
Okay.
I think once you see it, you'll be like, oh, this one.
All right. Yeah, let's check this out.
Yeah.
Oh, this is beautiful.
See?
Yes. I think I remember very faintly this one.
And then you get to like hang out in the camp, and then you guys chat. Ooh, you make food.
I like making
that
food.
is not what guacamole looks like.
Nope. That looks like a burger though. gives some Breath of
Yeah.
Fire vibes.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. Oh man.
I think you pair like I think you get 6 characters and you pair them up for like different effects probably.
Dude.
And the music is
That's really
quite
good.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Super excited for this game and completely forgot why I was excited. Saw the trailer. I'm like, oh yeah, this is why.
Dude, okay. I'm writing this one down to take a look at because this is looking pretty interesting.
I know, right? Yeah. So this got a planned release in spring 2024. So sometime soon, man. Sometime soon. And we're in spring 2024. Hey.
Spring cannot come
yeah.
soon enough for many reasons.
Yes. This is coming on PS5, Xbox Series, Switch, and PC. The demo is actually already, but it will be available on February 6th, so in a couple of days. And the save data carries over. So guys, you want to check out this game. The demo is coming out in a couple of days. So play the demo, see how it goes.
All right. Well, sweet.
Loving the revival of demos.
I know. I'm so excited about those.
Yeah.
So this next one looks kind of interesting. Just from the first screenshot that pulled up next when I let the trailer go a little too long, I'm like, wait a second, what is this? What are you having me talk about here, Baku?
I told you this last one is going to be like a U game. Right?
It might be already. Like I heard to say. So publisher Pineapple Works and developer Nicholas Petton will launch a Kickstarter campaign for their latest action-adventure RPG called Dreamed Away. This title is set in France in the 90s and follows a boy named Theo who got lost in a mysterious world. And we have a trailer for it as well. And as you might have been able to tell, it has already tickled my fancy somewhat. Let's see what this is all about.
Sometimes it feels like a dream when it's just too strange to be real.
Yeah, I can tell from that first screenshot. It's like, this is going to be Earthbound, isn't it?
Like a nightmare.
As
when it's just too scary to accept.
Oh, so it's got a little horror element. Just a little horror. Just a little.
Trying to wake up.
Little.
All right, so
it's not that horror-y.
Oh yeah, those ghosts look straight out of Earthbound.
The story. Drawn with the places you visit.
Looks very Mother 3-ish.
People you meet.
Oh, that font.
Challenge you.
I quite like it.
Yeah.
The ones who make you smile.
Yeah. It's not an RPG.
No.
Though. It is an adventure game.
All right. Well, that's cool. I like adventure games now. I haven't reviewed a ton of them, but I do like them.
Oh. So yeah, so there you go. That's gonna go into a Kickstarter campaign soon.
Yeah. So yeah, it's going to be coming out to Kickstarter here on the 1st of February. And the game is planned to have a release date Q1 of 2025 on the Xbox One, the Xbox Series consoles, PC via Steam, and also Nintendo Switch. So that's pretty sweet.
And this is a rare instance where like PlayStation's absolutely not mentioned.
Yeah.
And I'm like, interesting. But it's on the Switch, which I'm like, huh, that's a choice. Okay.
Yeah. It's interesting. But like I said, everything that comes out on Xbox always comes to PC as well. So it's like, yeah, all right. That's cool.
Play on PC.
Yep. Guess I'll do that. Beats buying a whole new computer or, PC, Steam.
So what's that? Yep. What's that, like a U game or what? I saw that. I was like, you know what? That's a Derek thing.
It very well could be. It definitely wears some inspirations on its sleeve. I swear the ghost that they showed some skeletons and ghosts. Some of them look straight like the ghosts that you fight in Earthbound. Heavy inspiration has been taken for sure.
Very heavy.
but yeah, it could be really interesting.
Yeah. All right. So that concludes our news on upcoming titles. Now, I did so I did go to MagFest. That's what I forgot to mention. I went to MagFest. I actually met with some folks over at something classic, and they were super cool. Of course. We played a little bit of Quartet. I got to play some new character chapter.
Nice.
Super fun. Highly recommend Quartet once it comes out. It's just wow. It blows me away still. But I also saw a bunch of games there that I didn't really get to do enough research about them
Yeah.
to talk about. But because like the nature of these games are they're like indies that are still like maybe got a year or so development. It's like it's not going to be like late if I tell you about it.
Yeah.
Know? So I gotta apologize. Yes, I did go to MagFest. I don't have like a huge write up because there aren't that many RPGs there this year. It's mostly just something classic.
Yeah. I mean, they're the ones who mostly
and
matter,
this
right?
one other one. Yeah. I mean, don't tell them that, but it's true. Because I sat there. So instead of running around and talking to all the other booths, like I end up spending like 2 hours playing Quartet. And
solid A+ journalism there, Baku.
oh yeah, I just sat. I mean, I want to do like an in-depth investigation on Quartet, and let me tell you that. Whew,
Oh man.
the writing, it's so good. It's so good. It's so relatable. Like the new characters, I can't wait until you guys see it. But yeah, that's gonna come maybe next time. Give me a little time. I took a bunch of notes. I need to like organize my notes and like go do some research and digging on all the games. So I can't wait to talk to you guys about those games. But for now, that's all we've got for upcoming games, and it's now time to move on to the last piece, which is industry news. I've seen on Twitter, or I'm sorry, formerly known as Twitter, it is now called X.
Wait, is that a pornography site?
No, that you're missing two X's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
triple X. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. But I hate that name. I hate
It's so
X.
bad.
I so bad. Anyways, I saw on Twitter that someone made a prediction or a leak or something about Nintendo having what is it called? A Nintendo Direct sometime this year. I'm like, oh yeah, and the sun's also gonna rise tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah, it's just great. Yeah.
Yep.
So
Strong rumors
you know,
indicate that there might be a sunset tomorrow.
yeah. So maybe Sony heard the rumor, I don't know, and they decide to announce their next state of play. So this is not a rumor. This is an official announcement from Sony, and the state of play is going to take place on January 30th, 31st, not 30th, 31st.
Oh, okay.
So in what, 2 days?
Great.
Yeah, it's in 2
ask
days.
off work so I can stream it. Great.
Yeah. Sony State of Play in 2 days, and here are the times. It's going to be 2 p.m. Pacific time, 4 p.m. Mountain time. Yes. No,
that's
sorry.
Greenwich Mean
3
Time.
p.m. 3 p.m. Mountain time.
Yeah, I was gonna
4
say
p.m. Central time, 5 p.m. Eastern time, and 10 p.m. GMT for like everyone else in the world. If you want to figure that out, there will be 15 new PlayStation 5 games, including an extended look on Stellar Blade, which I think Sony's really trying to bank on being a success. And also The Rise of Ronin, which actually I'm pretty excited for. That game actually looks pretty good. The stream is planned to run just over 40 minutes, and you will be able to stream it. You will be able to stream it on YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. Well, TikTok's becoming a platform of choice apparently for these streams.
Well,
yeah.
How else are you gonna reach the young impressionables?
With 15 new PlayStation 5 games. Yeah, for 40 minutes is too long. 40 minutes is 39 minutes and 30 seconds too long for the core demographics of TikToks.
Probably.
30 seconds or less. Okay. 40 minutes? 40 minutes? See, that's how we know that a boomer planned this. They don't get it. You gotta condense the show into 30 seconds and then put it on
they gonna
TikTok.
have like half the screen dedicated to like that guy running in the bottom corner, and then like some girl being like, tap the screen, double tap.
Yes. How else are you gonna get I so bad. I'm getting all kinds of pitchforks coming to my house now. I'm offending so many people. But yeah, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok. In 2 days, guys. In 2 days.
Yeah. So that's exciting. Mostly except for the TikTok part. So let's go ahead and wrap up with the super chats and stuff that we've gotten throughout the stream. And this one came in pretty early on from Eagle Knight, who says, Baku, any true JRPG fan would never get burnt out from dialogue. That's like, that's like asking for too many items. He says, yeah, we're never going to use them all and we can never have enough.
Yeah, okay, buddy. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like saying this thing is too sweet. Well, you can't possibly be a person who enjoys sweets if you think this is too much. Like, yeah, you can totally have too much of a good thing. Whatever, man.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah. But thank you so much.
You like gaming, huh? Name every video
gaming,
game.
Huh?
No. But seriously, I'm pretty sure that was a facetious joke. There.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Eagle's cool dude.
Thank you so much for that super chat. Yeah. Just to burn me. I say no. I appreciate it. Yeah.
Hey,
I'll get you
everybody,
back later.
This is a great way to burn Baku while we're on
Wow.
channel. Just so you know, I have to read it.
He won't ignore it if you just super chat it to him.
So, but actually, that does about do it for our stream today. And honestly, it's a little bit of a shorter show.
Sure, there was something before.
Not.
Are you sure? I know I saw something before.
Something before what? From Eagle Knight? Oh,
yeah,
maybe.
There was totally something before that.
Not that I saw, but okay, here let me check my YouTube does this weird thing. I can share my screen if you want to see like what I see, but YouTube does this weird thing where sometimes
totally saw something before.
Okay. All right. Let me pull this up. In the meantime, Baku stall the masses and I'll see if I can find it.
Yeah, so hi everybody. I've got to apologize. I've got a confession to make. I know that I say like I read your comments after the video, but last week has just been absolute like hell for me. So much so that of course we canceled last week's HitPoint because it was just so much work. It was just like unbearable amount of work. Between like the real life job and just competing like priorities between clients and the company and then school, like I was burnt out like every single day. And the only time that I did anything that wasn't work related was making food for my friend who had her birthday on Saturday. So I promised I'll go back and read the comments from last show as well as this show or the day after whenever you guys post something in. So yeah, just don't want y'all to feel like I've been ignoring the comments. I haven't. It's just life's been rough. But I think it's going to get better now.
Well, I'm glad to hear that things are going to be getting better. I'm looking through all of the super chats and I just see the one from Eagle Knight and then I see one from Still Alive like a couple weeks ago on January 15th.
Huh.
So
maybe I was just going crazy. I don't know. I could have sworn I saw something like fairly early in the show, but well, hey, if you guys sent something and we just couldn't find it, let us know. But
yeah, definitely.
I could just have gone crazy and thought and just saw things. That's also a possibility.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
see.
we'll just pretend that that's the case. Oh, we'll just accept that that's the case because if you can't find it, you can't find it.
Yeah. YouTube
That's okay.
is weird like that. So hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully we didn't miss anything. But hey, guys, I hope that y'all had a good time tonight. It has been a pleasure to stream for you. I am super tired because it is after a long day of work, and yeah, it's a lot. So hopefully I'll get better at these after work HitPoint streams. But yeah, I guess we'll see you next Monday. And until then, guys, I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you then. There's the button. Good night, everybody.